Hello students, welcome to e-learning classes. I am Piali Nag, your biology teacher, and I will be taking your next chapters of the biology. Okay, so let's get started.
Start with the new chapter, molecular basis of inheritance. Okay, in this chapter, since you have already gone through the principles of inheritance, so I hope you all have the basic concept of what is actually a gene. And gene is the basic thing where actually the changes takes place, right? The gene or the sequence in the changes actually takes place in the sequence of DNA, right? So before we come to the start with the chapter molecular basis of inheritance, we need to know what is inheritance. I hope you all know it. Inheritance is something which is continuously being passed on from one generation to another, right? So this what is being passed on? The DNA. We know the DNA is being passed on, right? But is the whole of the DNA is being passed on? No. A part of the functional DNA is passed on, right? This part of the functional DNA is actually called the gene. So a cluster of genes is being passed on, or a one single gene is passed to the next generation, and the process continues. Okay, so today we will go through the sequence of what is a gene, how is a gene made, what, but rather how is DNA made, or what components are DNA made up of. So starting with the structure of DNA, right? What is a DNA? DNA stands for deoxyribonucleic acid. It is a hereditary material. Okay, now what are the other hereditary material found? That it can be RNA. Okay, RNA stands for ribose nucleic acid. Okay, now before going through the RNA, we will go through the detailed structure of DNA, right? So what is basically a DNA? It is a long polymer of deoxyribonucleotides. What is a polymer? A collection of single piece is or a repetition of a single piece is called a polymer, right? So what type of polymer? It is a polymer of deoxyribonucleotides, right? Now before coming to the basic structure of DNA, we need to know few things, right? So what are these few things? What is basically a DNA made up of? A DNA is actually made up of three things. First one is the pentose sugar. The second one is the nitrogenous base, and third is a phosphate group. Okay, if you go through the picture, first we'll go through what is a pentose sugar. Okay, if you go through the picture, pentose means 5, right? So the pentose sugar is a 5 carbon compound, right? You can see that this one is the 2-deoxyribose is a pentose sugar. The ribose is also a pentose sugar, which is made up of 5 carbon. The 4 carbon are in a ring, and the 5th carbon is attached with the 4th carbon at the top, right? So this 2-deoxyribose nucleic acid is a pentose sugar. Okay, now this is a deoxyribose, and there is also a genetic material I told you, that is RNA, which is a ribose nucleic acid. What is the basic structural difference between deoxyribose and ribose? That is, in the 2 carbon compound of ribose, there is a hydroxyl group, while in the DNA there is a the hydroxyl group is being replaced by a hydrogen group in case of DNA. That's why it is deoxyribose. Okay. Now, this is a pentose sugar. Okay. So, after coming to the pentose sugar, the three together, the pentose sugar, the nucleotide base, the nitrogenous base and the phosphate together is called a nucleotide, while the nitrogenous base and the pentose sugar individually is called a nucleoside. So what is a nucleotide? A nucleotide is something which is actually addition of a phosphate group. What is a nucleotide? Is something that is addition of a phosphate group to the nucleoside. Okay, and this DNA structure is a polymer of these nucleotides. If you go through the structure of nucleotide, this is the basic sugar phosphate backbone. You can see the blue one is a pentose sugar, and the fifth carbon and where is the phosphate group attached? For the phosphate group in the DNA is attached with the fifth carbon of the pentose sugar, while the nitrogenous base is attached to the first carbon of the pentose sugar. Okay, so now coming to the nitrogenous base, there are two types of nitrogenous base, that is purines and pyrimidines. Okay, the purines are usually adenine and guanine, while the pyrimidines are cytosine, uracil and thymine. Okay, uracil is not found in DNA. It is the component of RNA, and the thymine is being replaced by uracil in RNA. Now coming back to the structure, this is one single strand of DNA. Okay, now in this strand, this is a polynucleotide chain. Okay, why poly? Because many nucleotides are being joined. If you go through one single chain, if you go through the first nucleotide, okay, in the first nucleotide, the fifth carbon is attached to a phosphate group. Okay, and in the third carbon, the reaction takes place, and with the second nucleotide, that means the phosphate group of the second nucleotide gets reacted with the third carbon, right? So the phosphate and a phosphodiester bond is formed. That means esterification takes place and a phosphodiester bond is being formed. Okay, so this is a sugar phosphate backbone, right? Now coming to the structure, if you go through this structure, this is the basic structure of DNA, that is two strands of DNA is being shown. Okay, now this is one chain and that one is another chain, of which are, if you take two strings hanging, but one has to be hanged one has to be hanged in the right way and other the upside down. This is the basic structure of DNA. Okay, now we know that the structure of DNA, we call the structure of one single strand of DNA is called 5' to 3'. What is this 5' and why this 3'? actually you need to know. The 5 dash, that means we know that in the fifth carbon the phosphate is being attached, right? So in this fifth carbon, it and the first, in the first nucleotide the phosphate is free, that's why it is 5 dash, right? And if you go through the chain and the last nucleotide of that particular chain of DNA, in the third OH is free, right? In the third carbon the OH is free, right? That's why it is 3 dash. So that's why we call DNA a 5 dash to 3 dash chain. Okay, now there is also, we call DNA a negatively charged molecule, right? DNA molecule is negatively charged. Why the DNA molecule is negatively charged? Because the phosphate group and the hydroxyl group, which are free in the 5 dash and 3 dash respectively, those are free, which gives the DNA a overall negatively charged molecule. Okay, next day we'll continue with the next chapter. Thank you. With this chapter, sorry, next day we'll continue with this chapter. Thank you.